lovely bookworms. So finally the winter is here. I was waiting for winter for a so long time because it is such a short and sweet time in India that we can enjoy the cold weather because most of the time it's just hot, humid summer. And this is the perfect time to grab your favorite cup of hot beverage and just curl up in your bed with your blanket and favorite books. I love to read a lot during this season, though I don't read rapidly in this season. I just love to take things slow. Winter feels like a sign from the universe to slow down, to take time, and to cherish each and every moment with love, joy, and kindness. And that is something I want to do during this season. But apart from that, I have a lot of good book recommendation for you if you are looking forward to read a lot during this winter. Before jumping right into the video, I just want to tell you that I have curated this list with different kind of books. I have included classics as well as thriller, mystery, everything here. So I think if you are looking for a particular kind of book, you will find it here. I have my favorite cup of cocoa with me and a stack of books to talk about. So without further ado, let's get started. And if you are new here, hi, I'm Shamishta and you are in Her Endless Beer. Here I talk about different kind of books and I just share my joy of reading with you guys. So if you are like me, please subscribe to Her Endless Beer for more exciting videos. Let's begin. The first book I have here is Wuthering Heights by Emily Bronte. This is one of my favorite classics of all time. This has the perfect blend of love, revenge, toxic relationship, atmospheric vibe, wintry storm, and everything in it. If you're looking forward to meet a diabolical villain who is also very hot but very scary, you are going to love Wuthering Heights and you are going to love Heathcliff. He's one of my favorite book villains for multiple reasons. One, that he is merciless, but you can understand the place he's coming from, but you can't agree with him. And that's the good writing of Emily Bronte that makes you feel for the negative character, but also makes you feel detached and despise the character as well. I love the way this book is narrated. This book has multi-perspective narratives. In the beginning, we are introduced to Mr. Lockwood, who is going to visit his landlord, Mr. Heathcliff, who is a mysterious guy who lives alone with some of his relatives. We don't know who they are, exactly how they are related to him. But here, Mr. Lockwood will get into this dark tale of mystery, revenge, and love. And he will sneak into the past of Mr. Heathcliff. And we will meet Catherine, our heroine, who is equally as toxic as Mr. Heathcliff, if not more. And from that very moment, the story starts to unravel through the narrative from different witnesses who had been there during that period. It is such a delicious tale and it is so perfect for winter because it has a lot of atmospheric, vivid description of wintry storm, of bad weather, cold weather, and the house Wuthering Heights is so damn airy and bleak. It fits the mood perfectly. I forgot to light up all my fake candles, so coming back to the video, I love this book because of multiple reasons. This one is fascinatingly fast-paced. Considering the period when it was written, it has a very thrilling aspect to it, which is very rare, which we seldom find in Victorian classics. But this one is very fast-paced and this has engaging storytelling. This has unlikable characters. So if you're looking for someone to root for, you will not find them here because they are all horrible people, okay? Except for one or two people who are really good, who just became the victim of the plot. But if you're a beginner and you are kind of lost, you want to explore more classic books, this can be a very good beginning point. Next up, I have another favorite book of mine, and it is Frankenstein by Mary Shelley. This is Penguin English Classics edition. I just love this book so much. This library bind with this orange spine is very special to me, and they are so floppy, and I love reading classics from these editions. Frankenstein again is not for everyone. I think we all kind of know the story, but the way the original book is written, it needs your patience, and it takes time. It is not written with a lot of ease, that I can tell you. But it is descriptive, it is immersive, and it is life altering. Frankenstein is one of those books that has put the element of humanity in science fiction in a way that I think no book has ever done that. Even if I count today's science fiction books, this book is truly amazing and one of a kind for a reason. And I am looking forward to watch Del Toro's adaptation of Frankenstein. I haven't watched it yet. I have a lot of expectations because I love Del Toro. Okay, I love the way his mind works. And yeah, it is going to be fun. But coming back to the original book, it is about Frankenstein, the scientist who has created this huge monster, who thinks that he is a unique and talented scientist, but creating this monster has brought in his life horrible, horrible outcome. And it is so good. I think what I loved about this book is the way the monster is depicted in the book, and it makes you question who is the monster. And the way the monster is humanized, it breaks my heart to read about him. And it is written from both of their perspectives. So we see the monster's perspective, and also we see Mr. Frankenstein's perspective. So when you compare their perspectives, it makes you question your morality. It challenges the reader's moral compass. It is one of those books, after finishing which you will keep ruminating about the content of the book. You will keep thinking about what the hell happened here. And the more you will stay away from the book, the more hold this book will have on you. I don't know how to explain it, but I think when I read it, it felt like I was studying something. It felt very heavy, it felt very serious. And also, English is not my first language, so it was difficult for me. And I was just a beginner then who was just exploring new Victorian novels, who was just enjoying the way Victorian novels were written. But after I have finished this book, something happened, something shifted in me, and I kept on thinking about this book. Even today, after 4 or 5 years, I have first read Frankenstein in 2021, I guess. But even today, whenever I think about this book, I just pause, and a lot of good things come to my mind. And that is the power of a good classic book. It makes you think, it makes you evolve into a different and better version of yourself. I'm planning to read this soon, in maybe in the beginning of 2026 after watching the film. So we will discuss it again. We will come back here. And I find Mary Shelley's character so fascinating because she had this nightmare when she was only 15, I guess, and then she decided to write a science fiction gothic horror about that, and it became Frankenstein. She was such a talented and capable young voice, and she's inspiring for a lot of young female authors even today. The next book is Carson McCullers' The Ballad of the Sad Cafe. Okay. This is a short novella. This is Penguin's Little Clothbound Classics edition. This was also my first Carson McCullers book, and I'm amazed. I am seriously surprised because I thought this book is only vibe and I'm going to enjoy this, but it was more than that. It has so much depth in it. We are following Miss Amelia. She's not a very popular woman. She's middle-aged, unmarried, and she's kind of rude, and she doesn't care about anybody, and she has a shop, I think liquor shop. And one day someone shows up, and he says that he's the cousin of Miss Amelia, and he's called Cousin Lemon. And from that point, we will see that how Miss Amelia becomes very affectionate towards this guy, and she opens her heart to him, and how her heart gets broken, and how this sad cafe, which was created when Cousin Lemon came, uh, gets destroyed. This is a heartbreaking tale, and if you are like me who loves to read sad books during winter, this one is perfect for you. This is bleak, but also this has a lot of hope in it. I don't know how to explain it, but it shows that even when you are betrayed, even when there is a possibility of getting your heart broken, you should still try to love. And that message was so heartwarming. And I think sometimes getting your heart broken is worth the pain if you are brave enough, and if you remind yourself that you loved bravely, and that's all that matters. Even when you faced with betrayal, you didn't flinch and you had the courage to love again. And that is the message I got from this book. Maybe it was my overthinking reader's brain, but yes, it has sad ending, but it also has a lot of hope. Now I have a literary fiction for you, and it's Orhan Pamuk's The White Castle. This is one of my favorite literary fiction. This is the only Orhan Pamuk I have ever read. I'm planning to read more of his work because the way this book is narrated, it feels so magical. I was lost in the narrative of this book. We are following this guy, Venetian scholar, who is transported to Istanbul as a slave to his master, who is called Hoja. Hoja means master, and they share a weird resemblance, physical resemblance. And this Hoja will try to use the scholar for gaining Western knowledge about science, about philosophy and literature and art, and the way they are born sort of forms, and the way they start to share their trauma, their life. It becomes uncanny. It deals with the theme of self, otherness, the mirror image, the ego. Everything is so deep in here. It is not a very long book, but it is so impactful and it makes you think. It is philosophical and it is introspective. And as I have told you earlier, I love introspective reading during this time. So if you're feeling slightly daring, I urge you to read this one. This is so good. And it also has a very exciting ending. I was not expecting the ending. It was surprising. It is an open ending. It is left to interpretation, and that I really loved about this book. This sums up the theme very well. And the way these two characters sometimes become one, it's scary and it also very disarming. I think when I was reading it, I felt naked and disarmed. I don't know if that makes any sense, but it happened to me. When I was reading, I felt exposed in a very delicate way, in a very good way. So yes, it is such a special book for me. And I had actually forgotten about this book that I read this one. But when I was curating this list, I felt like I should talk about this book because this goes so well with this video's theme. I had to recommend this one to you. Now I have a vampire horror story. This is Alexis Henderson's House of Hunger. This is such a good book. This is one of my favorite horror books of all time because of multiple reasons. First of all, I love horror, but I love it even more if it had any political commentary on feminism, on social structure or socio-economical structure of the world. If it uses that framework of horror as the metaphor for these heavy topics, I just love that book more. And this is one of those books that has tackled this theme so well without ruining the horror and airy elements. So in this book, we are following Marion Shaw. She is having trouble with money and she's looking for a job that will pay well, and then she is appointed as the bloodmate of this countess. In this universe, the aristocrat people drink blood to sustain their youth and health, and they appoint bloodmates who give consent to taking their blood for these aristocrat people, and they have personal bloodmate, like they have mistresses. It's almost similar to having mistresses, and even bloodmates are looked down upon by the other part of the society as the mistresses, but they are not mistress. They are just giving consent to people to suck their blood. Yeah, this is a weird world, and this deals with power dynamic, this deals with a sapphic, toxic relationship, and the world building in this book is so good. It is excellent, and it is dark, it is poignant, it is romantic, but it has dark romance, which is not going to make you feel very good about romance, but it is worth it. It is such a great, complex plot with such an engaging style. You can just tell by looking at the cover how well this book fits our winter theme. Talking about this book makes me so excited, and I want to revisit this book. Okay, not soon, but yes, I want to reread this book because this really has this rereading value that I appreciate in books. Next up, I have Midwinter Murder, and it is a HarperCollins collection of short stories written by Agatha Christie. And all the stories from this collection is set in winter. This is specifically dedicated to winter, and as you can see, the cover is gorgeous. This just so good. And if I open the book, I want to show you the end papers. This has tiny little snowflakes. Yes, this is gorgeous. I just love HarperCollins special edition. And this one is one of my favorites. And this doesn't only feature Poirot. This has also Miss Marple, Parker Pine, and Tommy and Tuppence. Many stories from different time. All are set in winter. Yeah, you know why I'm recommending this book to you, right? When it comes to short story collection, I am a bit skeptical because sometimes I love some of the stories and sometimes I don't. Some stories fall short, some stories are great, but this one I loved start to finish. So yes, you have to try this one during this winter. And if you love mystery and if you are a fan of Agatha Christie like me, I'm a crazy fan of Agatha Christie. This entire part of my shelf is dedicated to her. You have to have this book in your collection. I want to read from the back of the book because it describes the book perfectly. I just want you to feel the vibe with me. Deadly snowdrifts and dangerous gifts, poisoned meals and mysterious guests. This new compendium of seasonal short stories featuring some of Agatha Christie's most famous detectives is perfect for reading in front of a crackling fire when the days are growing shorter, there's a chill in the air, and murder is never far away. Yeah, right? I couldn't have explained it better. So after recommending you all these serious literary fictions, classics, and airy horror books and chilling mysteries, it's time to relax a bit. It's time for a cozy graphic novel. And I have the perfect book for you. This is Crumbs. Look at the cover. It is adorable. And this is by Dane Sterling. I read this last year and it has such a beautiful, heartwarming story about this simple boy who wants to become a singer and this girl who is a witch in making, and she is attending a big institute, like a prestigious institute, to use her skills for humanity's good. This is so great. If you are looking for a magical escape and if you are looking for a Studio Ghibli vibe, like Kiki's Delivery Service vibe, this book is going to be a perfect fit for you. And the artwork is so good. It is colorful, it is beautiful, it just screams cozy to me. And these two characters, they are so good. But one thing I have to mention, but this is not just a vanilla sweet love story. This also deals with modern relationship crisis, which I was not expecting from this book when I picked this up, but it does. It talks about some serious issues today's relationships face, and that really surprised me. I was not at all expecting that from this book. The only complaint that I have with this book is the middle felt a little bit dragged. I felt like we were moving away a lot from the main focus, which was these two characters' relationship and their dynamic and their career. So I felt some part of this books specifically in the middle repetitive, but soon it revives the pace and it gets better. So if you can get past that, you will really love this book. And yes, I love reading graphic novels during winter. I miss reading graphic novels so much. In India, graphic novels are so expensive. It frustrates me, but yes, I want to read more graphic novels next year. Let's see. The last book that I have here for you is the book I am currently reading, and it is Stephen King's Misery. First of all, the cover goes so well with winter's theme. It is set in this lonely cottage where this author is stuck with his crazy fan who has captured him, who has kidnapped him, and who wants him to revive a favorite character of her from his book series, whom he has killed recently in the last book, and she wants him to revive it, and he's holding him as hostage until he does that. And she is really insane. She is extreme, and she is his number one fan. She scares me. She gives me chill. I'm in page number 314. I will finish this soon. I really took my time reading this one because I was just enjoying the way Stephen King has built this world. And this is claustrophobic. When I first started reading this book, I was wondering how he's going to write about these two characters stuck in one place for almost 400 pages. How he is going to do that? But he has done it. Like, he has done it, and he is Stephen King for that factor, and he has done it without making it feel dull or repetitive. He has had me on his hold for the entire time I was reading this book, and I'm still curious to see what's going to happen next. So if you have read this one, please don't spoil it for me in the comment section, I beg you. But yes, it is so good. I am really loving it, and I love reading horror during this season. If you know me, I am not a very brave person in real life, but I love to read about fictional horror that gives me a weird kind of comfort, thinking that these are the things that are really scary, not my existential crisis. So yeah, I just love feeling that way. And yeah, it is so good. I don't know. I think she is extreme, and Paul is not really a good person, if I'm being honest. But I am scared for him, and I want him to run away. And our villain, Annie, is so scary. She is so messed up in her head, but that very fact makes you feel a tinge of empathy for her for a very brief sort of time, and then you will snap out of it. That is a kind of control Stephen King has on his writing and on his readers that I really love. And I sometimes felt like, yes, I want to clap for you because you had me. So yeah, reading Stephen King anytime is such a great experience. He is one of those authors when I read, I'm not reading just as a reader, I'm also reading as an aspiring writer. Because when I'm reading him, I'm following each and every trick he has under his sleeve, and I'm just minutely trying to follow his path and trying to see how he makes it all work. He is not just a great horror writer, he is a great writer. Okay. So that's all for today, guys. I hope I have been able to help you in finding some books, some cozy books to keep you warm during this cold season. If you have loved this video, please let me know in the comment section. And if you have any book recommendation for me for this particular season, for this particular mood, please list them in the comment section. I would love to add more books in my endless TBR. Okay. And I love to hear from you guys. I love your participation, and I'm so grateful for your support and love. It is a new channel. I don't post often, but I intend to post often, trust me. each word from you is a boost of motivation, is a kick in my butt to make videos. Okay. So please like this video, share with your book lover friends, and I will see you soon with another book recommendation video. Until then, keep reading, keep smiling, stay safe. Ta-da!